Not live. That's it.
We
Oh, not yet.
are
I nearly
live.
pressed end broadcast then. Woohoo! Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard.
Hello,
Welcome, welcome, welcome. My lights have
Nicole,
just thrown its hand
and
in.
just a
Uh,
person,
wonder if I
Dave.
Who's in there? Who's in the house?
Dave, just another person. Nicole,
Oh, look, Caroline. It's
John.
Caroline, not just another person. It's Caroline.
Oh, Caroline, not
Caroline.
Caroline.
No, Caroline, not Caroline. Hello, Nicole. Gently wafted thing. Oh, yeah, put the gently wafted thing up. You always forget to put the gently wafted thing up. It makes such a difference.
I feel, yeah.
Hello, Nicole. Hello, John. How you doing, pal? Right, so we're all having bits of difficulties tonight. You see, my light's just throwing its hand in, and Steve's, well, he's still working. So
Mine sorted as usual.
you've got a crackle, though,
That,
Steve.
eh?
Is everybody else hearing Steve's vocals as crackling? Like,
How now, Brown?
yeah, it's crackling.
How?
It's crackling.
All right, I don't know.
Is it crackling for everybody else? Is Steve's voice cracked, or is it just on my end? Is everything going tits up?
I still do think there's still a bit of
Paul's in. Good night, Paul. Good night, Paul. Have a good night, Phil.
Night.
Good night, Paul.
Have a good sleep,
Right.
love.
We'll crack on anyway. Right then, everybody. So, I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but back, do you know, especially in the 70s and all that lot, we were all getting all the stuff about the population. Basically, we were getting mainly this.
New York City in the year 2022. Nothing runs anymore. Nothing works. But the people are the same. And the people will do anything to get what they need.
This is the police.
What they need most is Soylent Green.
The supply of Soylent Green has been exhausted. You remember Soylent Green?
No?
You don't remember Soylent Green? Fuck off.
Rings a bell slightly. Is that like a packet of food thing?
Right, yeah, it is you, because Nick Hawke can hear it. Pull the cord for the lead in and out again or something. You're all crackly. Just give it... Yeah, now you can't hear it because you got to plug it back in.
Any better, any better, any better.
No, it's really crackly. You're all... Hello, Dane! Welcome aboard, Dane. You're really crackly.
Oh,
Right, anyway, so, Stuart, yes, well done, Stuart. Soylent Green is people. Basically, Soylent Green was, the population was gone, like they all said was going to happen. And the population got too big, and we couldn't look after anybody. We couldn't afford to feed anybody, and all that kind of stuff. So the governments, they were dishing out this thing called Soylent Green for people to eat. And Charles Bronson, good evening, Charles. So that's what people had to eat. I don't think we're running out of it. And anyway, after all the investigation by Charlton Heston, he found out that, do you know what Soylent Green was, Steve? People. It were people. They were killing all the people, chopping them up into Soylent Green. No, you can't. See, you're muted. On the side, look at the bottom. It says mute. It says Steve with your microphone off. You got it? Yay, there you're back.
Oh, I love technology. It's brilliant.
That's it. It's working now. It's working now. So, so Soylent Green was basically people. But the thing was that it was all about, we were going to be a massive population, you know, and we were going to be so big that we wouldn't be able to feed ourselves. But as it turns out, it's going to be more a case of this. That's
building
folks.
7. No.
That's what's going to happen, folks. There's going to be a population implosion. There's going to be a massive decline in the amount of people, mainly because the ladies aren't putting out.
Well, you're blaming the ladies, are you?
Well, it's just everything. It's just all. It's not. Well, it is a lot. The majority of it is the ladies, but not in that kind of way. It's well, let's get into it. So the population, we were all told that. It were always going on about it, weren't it? That we're going to have more
Up
and
until
more
last
kids
week.
and pretty much, yeah. Population is expanding and expanding and expanding, which it is. It is expanding and expanding and expanding. But the thing is, what's expanding and expanding is the older people. There are more. The people are living longer, and we're better at looking after. But we're having less and less kids. And all you have to do to look at this is look at your great grand. So you look at your mum and dad, Steve. How many brothers did your dad have?
None.
Well, sisters, like brothers, sisters.
2 sisters.
And then how many?
It's not a good example.
No, how many? No, shut up! How many of their parents did they have? Your dad's parents. Your dad's parents. How many brothers and sisters did they have?
I don't know, to be honest. It gets a bit lost.
Well, my granddad. He had. He was one of 11 brothers, one of 12 brothers, something like that.
Yeah, that were a big one, weren't it?
That's right, and that's what a lot of them were. A lot of them were all that. All them really old, like my granddad. They came from massive families, like 12 people, 12 kids was a regular thing.
You know, in 1800, what the average family was?
Go on.
7.
7. The average in his family was 7. That's a freaking lot, that.
And by 1900, it was 3.5, and now it's 1.64.
1.64. That's right. Yeah.
They're like
the
problem.
Dave says the best way of stopping a girl putting out is marrying her. It worked for me. Good evening, Carlos. So that's the thing is. So the population it's rising and rising, but the problem is that we're not having enough kids, and this is it's just getting back. Where are we? What we thought? Yeah, that's right. The initial thought was there will be a population bomb from 7.8 billion today by 11 billion. Huh?
You've disappeared.
Who?
You disappearing.
All right. So we're at 7.8 billion today, and they reckon by 2100 it's going to get to 11 billion. But it's looking like that's not going to. It's going to be about 9 billion by the time they get there, and that's the way that what they're looking at now. What they call them? They're called demographs. Are they demographs? Yeah. The study of people. How do this? But basically, as you can see, we're all having less and less kids, and it's going to be a massive problem. It's going to be a really big problem. And the Lancet report, where is it? By 2100, over 80s will outnumber the under 5s around the world by 2 to 1. And as fertility falls and life expectancy increases worldwide, the number of children under 5 is forecast to decline by 41%. From 681 million to 401 million. That's the 681. Eh?
Come back, Warren.
While the number of individuals, you can still hear me, you dick. While the number of individuals older than 80 years is projected to increase, so we're going to have a massive gap from old people to young people. There's going to be loads of old people, but not enough young people to look after them. You know what I
mean? Yeah. How come we only just know about this problem? This is what's getting me. How come it's only like this? Well, say the last few months or up to a year that all things have been coming out.
No, it's not the last few months. It's been going on for a while. We've just found about it.
Yeah, but why is it not a massive thing? If it's probably the most important thing that can possibly can be, how come it's not news?
Well, because how do Matt? How do MJO? Well, because the UN knows. It's all on the UN know about it. United Nations, they've made all the reports about it, and there's the Lancet report, and then these blokes. But and apparently there are a lot more conservative things about it. But it's the way that the way lifestyles have changed and all that. And it's pretty new, to be fair. I mean, a lot of people, like I said,
we're
we were
really
all
good.
shocked.
We're really rubbish at predicting things, basically. Us
No, well,
humans,
no.
the top of the cream of the top, we're still rubbish at predicting things.
No, we're not. That's totally wrong. That we're
Really?
not good at
What we just showed us started off with that thing that what we brought up thinking we were going to get overpopulated, there weren't no food. That's what we're. But now it's all the other way.
Your mic's really bad.
We're rubbish at predicting things.
Well, anyway,
No.
I wouldn't say we are.
Yeah.
No, that's Hollywood, isn't it? You know what I mean? But they did say, no, to be fair, they did say, but the thing was, it was they were looking back at, this is what they were saying about it. They were looking back at models, at the old models that they used to work from then. But life is changing, and the models, they haven't adapted the models to how life is changing. You know what I mean? Yes, your mic is shite, Steve. I know your mic is really crackly again. Yeah, it's really crackly all over the show when you were talking then. But yeah, get yourself on, Andy. But I haven't got any kids. One of me, whereas Clint says, I haven't got any kids. One of me is enough for the world to deal with. But that's the problem, Clint. That's the problem. There isn't enough of us.
All right, there's the problem, Clint.
Steve, you're crackling bad. Only heard half of what you said.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it is really bad. Maybe unplug your mic and just go the old way. Just unplug your mic and try the mic on the computer. Keep your headphones on, though. If that'll work. How's Steve?
How's that?
Well, hey?
How's that? Is that any better?
Slightly delayed for some reason. Sending shot.
Okay, I'm not honestly not joking.
No, it's really weird. It sounds very muffled. Sounds really muffled. Switch your computer off and back on again.
All right,
it's usually the good old one. It's usually the good old one. But so yeah, so as Steve was saying, like, you know, like why did we suddenly, you know, why are we just knowing now? Turn your computer off and turn it. Has he turned it off? Yeah, he has. And the thing is, it's because the lifestyle's changing so quickly. Now, there's a lot of things because it probably shocked me. I don't know if everybody with the same effect on you lot, but when I found out about that, it was like, what? And it's a really big thing. Like I say, you look at you can see if you look back and you see how families back in the olden days, how they had so many kids, and now it's gone less and less and less, and there's a lot of reasons why this is happening. You know, and the biggest thing of what is happening is people are moving from the countryside and they're moving more into it's urbanization basically, and it's the people are moving from the countryside and all that to the big cities. Now, when you live in the countryside, all right, and you're all up on your farms and everything, it's good to have lots of kids because they can help out all on the farms and stuff like that. But when you get to the cities and the urban areas, then kids are pretty much a liability because it's just another mouth to feed. So you have less kids. So and you know, you don't need as many kids to go around. And then, of course, the other thing is with the ladies, with the women. And they're becoming, you know, they're a lot more, well, they're getting more rights and stuff like that, which is right, you know, which is the right thing to do. They're not like stay-at-home women anymore and, you know, woman's place in the kitchen and all that kind of shit. And they're a lot more empowered now. And rightly so, and they're having the careers and stuff like that. But because they're having the careers, they don't want kids because, you know, it's hard work. I mean, I'm in a two-parent family now, and we've only got... Charles Bronson says, I'd love the opportunity to try making a few at the mall. Since the wife fucked off, I'm struggling to find any one game. But yeah, so that's the thing. So people are coming from the farms and they're moving into urban cities now, you know, urban places. Because it's the first time in history more people live in cities than anywhere else. And it's 55% now of people are living in the cities now. And you know, and it's having hello, Mr. E.
Is that better?
That's miles better. That's miles better.
It might be the computer being well.
It smells better, that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100% that, Steve. I would just say, Steve, how it's one of the big things is urbanization, why we're having less kids, is because, like, when you live out in the countryside and stuff like that, it's better to have more kids because they all help out on the farm and stuff like that, you know. But once you get into the cities and the urbanized, you know, the urban places, it's just another mouth to feed and they're more expensive. And then obviously,
cities, the shit.
No, but I'll say there's more people now live in cities than at any other time. 55% of the population now live in cities.
You know, another interesting thing. You're thinking of the lockdown, everybody stuck at home, there were going to be a population boom. It hasn't turned out at all.
It's the complete opposite. It's the absolute
Isn't that strange,
opposite.
that?
And the thing is, do you know when they used to tell us, let's have a look what people say in chat. It says people are living longer than originally designed. 80-year-old Ethel getting new knees and a lung. There should be a cut-off age for new bits. You mean like Logan's Run, Lordy? Is he going to get to Logan's Run when we reach 30? You were 30 then, weren't it?
What about this for a weird one? They sell more nappies for the elderly in Japan than babies.
Yeah. And do you know, also in Japan, do you know in the countryside, all the country areas, they actually put mannequins into bus stops. Fake people in bus stops to stop them because Japan. Well, I'll go through the countries. I've got that set up. I'll go through the countries. I've got that all set up. But that's the thing there, Lordy, is that we've got really good at looking, because people are fitter and healthier. Obviously, food's better. Diets, people know a lot more about health, aren't they? And also, you know, the medical and stuff, you know, that all helps the hospitals and everything. Dave says, do you think it's partly the pill in the 60s, then condoms and morning after pill, and all they just absolutely, Dave, absolutely. There's all that because it was put into us, you know, like you know, not having so many kids.
This is the thing. This is the annoying thing about it. Literally, up till last week, the problem was always overpopulation. China had to do that. I didn't realize that had changed, but China, the one-person baby rule for God knows how long. It changed in 2016. Now it's up to 3. It's like, we never heard about that news.
No, we didn't. We didn't hear that at all. And I agree with you. I was, because like I said, that's why I put on the advert for it. Like, a lot of people here are going to be shocked. And I was like, what? And it's like, the more I looked into it, John's got a good point.
Right. Porn, that's a good point.
Yeah, of course it is. It's absolutely a good point, isn't it? You know what I mean? Lancashire lad, just popping my head round the door. Would have loved to have had the time to watch all of your live stream. Your accents are easy to understand. Well, you can always watch. You can always go back to and watch them all, Lancashire lad. Just go onto the onto our channel and look at the playlist.
Do you think we've got an accent? Do you think we have an accent, Was?
Of course we have an accent.
Joking, Warren.
Oh, sorry.
You're very serious tonight, aren't you?
I'm carrying a lot of weight, Steve.
Yeah, right.
No, it's a lot. I've had to get my head around a lot. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't know anything about it. I just saw Jordan Peterson talking about it, and I thought, really? And then I mentioned it to you, and now I looked into it. It's like, do you know when your head's blown? Like, do you know? And it's so. Another thing as well. Yeah, see, another big thing is religion. How when you move from the countryside and then you come into the urban developments and all that, lots of people, they lose all the religion, and and obviously religion's a big major thing because all religions, basically the men are superior, aren't they? And the women, they stay at home, look after kids, and shoot all the kids out all over it, sure. And it's like, you know, it's less and less religion's on its arse, and women are saying, fuck that, I'm not having loads of fucking kids all over it, sure, you know. And so if you look, where is it now? Let's have a look.
You're sounding very sexist there. What are you trying to say, that women get smarter, they realise they don't want to have children? Is that what you're trying to say, Warren?
That's exactly it.
How dare you?
That's exactly it. It's exactly it. And I'm not saying that it's just that women were always put down. How long ago was it when women...
£4 dirty washing up.
Yeah. You know, but it was though, wasn't it? When we were kids, most mums stayed at home, didn't they?
Yeah.
you know, and like now, you know, my missus, we both work. What's the birth ratio for the Philippines? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that one.
I'm not sure.
Unless you get on
I
the
think
proper
it's saying
council
like
estates, the women are still popping them. Yeah, Andy, but that's the thing. When you look at the whole lot, obviously you'll see all that, but the big
well, I think
picture
he's
is
getting at the Catholics, it's a high Catholic countries, Philippines. I think that's where
yeah, but everything's
Lancashire
changing
led
though.
some of them.
Even with all them, the religions in all these countries, it's all changing. All the birth rates everywhere are dropping. They are dropping. Where are we? So, like, what did I say? Now, that's another thing as well about also is when we're doing the urban thing about when you move from the countryside, you know, and from out from the sticks into the cities and urban things, is when you live out in the sticks, you're generally surrounded by your family, by clan, you know, by all the clan
Yeah.
and everything. So then you get your aunties and all that talking, when you're going to have kids, you know, and you should have lots of kids and everything and all this lot. So you kind of expected to do that. But when you get into the cities and stuff like that, you don't get
Just
that because you
it's
lose
work
all.
related, and it's all
It's all
work,
work related. That's
business.
right.
How far you getting in the company? Yeah. If
Yeah, and
anything,
it's
don't have kids yet. Wait till you've get going in your career, get your career sorted. Then think of kids. Where but back in the day it was pump them out.
it really
Funk,
is. And then like, the problem
funk.
is funk. Yeah, and the problem is when you get older, women are having kids older, then they're not going to have as many kids. You know, when they have kids like when they were all 18, 19, 20 and that, when they were, you know, they're having more kids, aren't they, sooner and all that. They're popping them all that. They've usually got about 3 or 4 kids by the time they were 30, you know. Nicole
I can
said,
see
go
I can see a problem that we're going to have as well. The morons are still breeding more. Like I said, the smarter people are kind of thinking, let's be sensible here. Whereas the morons just think, go, thunk another. Where do we get me check?
yeah, pizza delivery boy. There you go. Ooh, what's this map spot? Also, cities are populated by transient populations that don't make long-term connections. Hey, what do you mean, Matt?
I think people coming and going, they're not giving enough time to develop a relationship
right,
with each other. And
yeah. Sorry, Matt. Yeah. I was a bit thick there. Yeah, Nicole said my dad worked and my mum stayed home back when I was little. Yeah, that's what it was all like back then. And because my mum was, that was what it was like, mum and dad. They were exactly. Steve has it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, well done, Steve. Lancashire lad says decades ago, people got more affluent and moved out of the towns and cities to the suburbs. Now, as you're doing, you're moving back. Costs of commuting for one thing. Well, yeah, that's it. But I mean, it's how life is because everything's. You know, you have everything in the city, don't you? What you need when you're younger. Do you know what I mean? Everything's there, isn't it? Everything you want's there, isn't it? In the city when you're younger. Like,
well, it was always that was like the goal that we were like, oh, if you lived in the country, you were a bit backward. You weren't with it. You weren't popular. It were cool to get to the city.
Yokels,
the American thing
like
for us to get to America, to get to LA, and that's the dream promised land, to be a rock star or a film star. That's what you all have to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, do you remember with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Because they all used to snigger, all the Austrians sniggered at Arnold Schwarzenegger because his accent was a yokel accent, wasn't it? It was a proper, here, you've been shagging my daughter type accent, weren't it? Like?
Right,
and they were all laughing, weren't they? Yeah. And they still, because everybody in the world thinks that. You know, no matter where in the world, if you're out in the sticks, you're a bit thick. You know what I mean? And that's what people associate it with. But so
it's true. Like every country has that same version of the thick people about in the country.
Yeah, it is. It's always that, and it's just because they're not up with, it's not to do with being thick, is it? It's just a different kind of lifestyle, People can't afford MJO. People can't afford kids as much now. They can hardly afford to get on the property ladder. Well, that's it. Well,
yeah, but that isn't really true, though, is it?
No,
because again, look how much we've got now. We had when we were a kid. Yeah. So it's not really true.
I totally agree with Steve on that.
We spend it on different things.
Yeah. It's like people would rather, instead of like getting property, I know property's gone up. There's no two ways about it, getting on it. But I think it's more of a case, people like things, don't they? So if you're paying a hefty mortgage, then you probably can't afford all the nice things, you know, like the big massive TVs and in every room and stuff like that. But property has gone mental, like, and everything.
I was listening last night, believe it or not. Warren won't believe this, but I was listening last night to a
I
podcast
don't believe you.
about population, and this guy was saying how he went to India, the slums of India, and he was trying to talk about whatever he was talking about, and then next minute he's in the slums of India. There's a woman looking down. She's looking down at her iPhone.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute, you haven't got fuck all, but you've got an iPhone.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody's got.
What does that say?
Yeah. Thanks, Charles. Mr. Bronson says, full of happy vibes in here. It's good. Well done. Cheers, pal. Always happy vibes in here with the anti-negativity show, Charles.
This is probably about as miserable as we get and serious as we get. Without
it is
of seriousness.
Well, yeah, everywhere. Yeah, it is pretty much. Every Wednesday we have a topic, but this one just proper like fucking what? You know, it really did. Some people should be spunking on the titties rather than having some of these thick, stupid kids. Good. You are bang on. Both my professional daughters are more interested in careers, and most professional couples I know only have one child. That's it, Dave. That's it. Yeah. Oh, MJ
we didn't know that was a problem. We almost thought that's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. Although I remember when Bill were born, Mercedes was called the midwife. She was from Spain. See, you know Spain? I'll tell you that later on. But Spain, she was from Spain. She was, and and she was saying like, you know, she says, how many kids are you going to have any more? After Nick had just given birth, like I don't know. I said I don't think so. Oh, you've got to. She says I haven't got none. Who's going to replace me? And she was saying that back then. Who's going to replace me? And MJO says the cost of raising a child in a single-parent family costs a staggering £185,000 compared to... Oh, yeah, there's no two ways about it, MJO. It totally costs fucking money. Fuck me, does it cost money? Yeah. Lancashire lad says, I remember travelling by train in Morocco in 2002 and seeing mud houses in the middle of nowhere with satellite TV dishes. Exactly. Hey, up, Jay. How are you, pal? You all right, pal?
Hey, Taylor.
Yeah, I was giving a homeless guy some money in Manchester. The guy got his iPhone out. Everybody has iPhone. Absolutely everybody has.
Don't get me started with this shit.
But
you know, I think
magic,
not just the iPhone, but the computer and this, what we're all doing. We're so sucked into this world now. We're all here. Look at us. We're here.
It's evolution, Steve. That's the way it is.
I know whatever it is, but this is part of the problem in many ways. I always say about the phones, and I can't fully grasp what the problems are with it, but that's part of the problem. And I think the population thing, people, you know, fancy shag love? Wait a minute, I'm just, what were you saying? No, it doesn't matter. I forgot what I even said it anyway. Hey, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Was we going to shag then? No. That was back in the day. We used to do that shagging. Something like that. I could never fully get my head round what the problem is, but it's all these problems, I think. And rant over with it. That's me weekly phone rant.
But see, you say it's a problem because you're a miserable old bastard.
Yeah.
But I mean, do like the younger generation and all them see it as a problem?
There lies the problem.
Well, did our mum and dad say that about us?
They might have done, but they're usually right.
Anne says, good evening, Anne.
Square eyes.
Anne says, yeah, do you remember that? You'll get square eyes. That we're on, yeah. I've no cell phone at all. Brand new cars. That's right, Matt. Do you remember? You don't see that anymore, did you? Do you remember back in the day, the 8-out knackered shed cars that my dad used to buy? My dad had loads of them. Everybody's got a brand new shiny fucking car now, haven't they? Steve, you're right. Phones have fucked the world and computers. My lads are on them all the time. I've lost a lot of time with my kids due to computers.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have lost a lot of time back in the day when they were playing out and you never saw them. Mum and Dad never see me. I were out all fucking day. All fucking day.
That's true.
I used to come in, throw me tea down my neck, fucking out again. I've never in house me. Nobody ever saw me.
That call of the mums.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you remember that? There was an old...
Andrew! Is anything in our Andrew?
Did you ever see that one with the... there was a competition back in the 50s or whatever. And they had a name-calling competition. And it was like... and it was like, what? Yeah. Oh, dear. Dave says, Steve's right. Swipe right is easier than getting married. Lancashire lad says, Steve, any plans to return to Thailand? After going many times between 2002 and 2016, I've only been twice in the last 5 years.
I'll be honest, no. I think I fancy going South America next. I'm planning on having a look over that way.
Yeah.
I've kind of been there, done Southeast Asia. But yeah, I'll definitely always go back. I've got a lot of stuff, my roots some ways there. But South America now, somewhere new.
Yeah. Jay says, you got a point, was I was the same. Nicole says, I used the same phone I got for free when I was homeless. It was a 3... You were homeless, Nicole, were you? No way. It's a 3G Samsung. I don't need better. Mine works fine. Crack screen. I don't gaff. Can you not buy kids on eBay? I don't know. Is that gift? Is there something called gift gaff?
Is it not GAF?
I don't know.
Can't call kids bastards anymore. Yeah.
I ain't had kids, but I've been trying to adopt a 16-year-old Filipino for the last 30 years. How do you look? Go on,
Jason.
I would be 10 miles away from home and tell the lads to be quiet, but my ear up and say, think mum's calling me for tea. Yeah, you can always tell your mum's fucking voice, don't you? Yeah. Don't call kid bastards anymore. To walk now, that's what happened to marriage for having kids. I call my names. Fucking all sorts. Gaff, give a fuck. Oh, give a fuck. Yeah. Gaff means give a fuck. I didn't realise that. Wow. So, the magic number for to keep the population sustainable is 2.1. We've got to have 2. The 0.1 is for all those people that can't have kids, and women that don't, girls that aren't born, and all that kind of stuff, and all the tuppence lickers and all the sausage jockeys.
Tuppence lickers?
Tuppence licker.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Matt called it him today. I thought it was really funny when he said that. He said, don't forget the tuppence lickers. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Why?
It's funny.
Yeah, I know it's funny. I'm laughing, but why?
It's better than rug muncher, isn't it?
I don't understand where it comes from. It suits it perfect, but I don't know why. Tuppence licker.
Tuppence. That's what they used to call it, a tuppence. Have you never heard that?
I don't think I have. Maybe, anyway.
Yeah. It was an old expression for a Wendy was a tuppence. I think a lot are going to South America, so much lassel to get in than Laos.
Yeah, exactly. Land of smiles.
Gary says, the guy who lived next door to me had a dog called Jesus. Funny when he used to shout for it to come back. Jesus! Yeah, so, getting back on. So the magic number is 2.1. That's the number that that everybody's got to have kids at to keep it so that we have, sustainable. So it keeps it all sustainable. But the thing is, where are we? So, Europe at this present moment is at 1.6. So now 1.6. So we're already, Europe every year is losing. Is it 1 million kids or something like that? Every year we're losing all the time. And keep your hands on your tuppence. That's the one, yeah. And where are we? But the thing is as well, is 37% of the world's population is in 2 places, which is India and China.
China.
India and China. They have 37% of the population. And the thing is that China is at a ratio of 1.5 and India is only at a ratio of 2.1. And it's going down all the time.
And this is
a
where the
medical
problem
name
is.
for
Them
Sorry,
two populations, it's that big.
yeah.
That's where it is, because they're so huge.
Mm.
That's where the problem is. It's almost not irrelevant, but all these little places around it.
Yeah, well, it is. It's just them two, isn't it? Because they're that big.
Africa's coming. Is the only one in it that's coming up.
It is. Well, certain places in Africa, Kenya's gone down, but it's
But
what's it
as
called?
a whole, like Nigeria.
Nigeria, yeah, Nigeria is going to be. You reckon Nigeria is going to be a superpower? But it'll still go the way unless they change, because a lot of Africa is being more urbanized, like everywhere in the world is being more urbanized. Lancashire says the medical name for lesbianism is strapedectomy. I did my part and I had 2 kids. They are 13 years apart. Well played, Nicole. Well played.
13 years
Keeping the family
apart.
going, keeping the population going. But that, yeah. But and Spain, right? So Spain, because a lot of that you think like the Catholic places like Italy and Spain and all that kind of stuff. Well, they're exactly the same. Their religion's going down, and so is their population. Spain even had a sex czar to encourage people to have kids.
Denmark's done the same.
Have they done the same in Denmark? Yeah,
I don't know if it's that, but they're advertising it. They're saying like you need to, because one of the biggest ways they have get pregnant is to go on holiday. So they're saying for like everybody, just relax, go away, enjoy yourself, but get shagging. Because we need to build a population up. That's our advertisement.
Come back pregnant. That's it. Yeah. Because they had Scandinavia and the Nordic countries. They knew about this before the war, before the Second World War. They knew they had a low birth rate then, and they knew they were falling back then. So they adopted this really good system of helping out all the parents and that. And you could get extended leave from work and all that lot. If you had a pram, you can get on a tram for free and all that kind of stuff. And they had loads of stuff. And it did help. It did help, but it didn't cure it. It brought the number up, but not up to the magic 2.1. Carl, what's the caller says? Only have 1 child in China. Not sure if still the same now.
Yeah. No, we've done that, Carlos.
It's changed that. Now. Yeah. See, that was the thing. Like I say, it wasn't that long back, was it? That's the thing. It wasn't.
Well, the link up was if anybody wants to jump on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Anybody wants to join in? Please come and join us and let us know what you think about the whole goddamn thing. That's been dropped ages ago. So if there's an agenda on depopulation, why don't they just leave it the natural way it seems to be going? No, there's no agenda. It's just happening. We need the population to go up, Andy.
No, but what he's talking about is the rumours of, they're trying to depopulate us. They're doing this, the COVID, the conspiracies type. It's a thing that, that they're trying to, because it's almost like the opposite. The rumours of, if we keep going like this, there's not enough food, there's not going to be enough. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. It's all changed.
Yeah. No, it's all mental. It is good. Like I say, it wasn't that long.
I'm on the ball tonight. I'm on the ball, maybe.
No, you are. No, you are, Steve. Yeah. You absolutely are. Yeah, you absolutely are. Where are we? Yeah, Japan. Yeah, Japan. Because Japan had a massive surge, an economic surge, didn't it? During the 70s and all that lot.
Lancashire lad, see you later, mate.
See you later, Lancashire lad. Thanks for coming on, pal. Yeah, Japan had a massive economic surge during the 70s with all the cars and everything and all that. Now they are really shagged as Japan, because they're down to, was it 1.4, and their population is old, and the problem is as well.
Sorry,
is when. What are you laughing at?
Nicole's made me laugh. Go on, carry on.
That's all right. They should let the old people go to war. Do you know, I thought that today, Nicole, instead of young men. Half of us are dead from our old ailments before we hit the battle.
They're on about at some point having to bring people out of retirement. That's one of the problem solving. The age, bringing people out of retirement and changing it, making it go a lot higher, because because of us lasting longer. And
well, that's the thing. That's what's happening. That's what's happening in Japan now, because Japan, had that big economic surge, everybody went all businessman and moved into all the cities and everything, and had less kids. And now they're massively outnumbered. And the thing is all the old people, they don't buy nothing either. They don't buy anywhere near the same. Do you know, for a capitalist society, yeah, just sticky socks. They don't get nothing for society. So they're pretty much like kids in that way. It's amazing how old folk become like kids in the way that they've just become an expenditure and a liability almost to the systems, to the governments and that, because we've got to pay them all out in the retirement funds and look after them in all the care homes, and then obviously, and especially a lot in the eastern place where the parents, they don't have like a system like we do they? You've got to look after your parents. The kids have to look after their parents, And
I mean, that is what's. It sounds. I don't know. I think it's a really good system. It's such a lovely, homely feeling that your family's going to look after you. You look after your family. We're all in it together. It's so unselfish. Is that the word?
Yeah. I see what you mean. Well, it shows that on that.
It's a good way to do it.
What was that Korean film that did really well? I watched it. What's it called? Was it Parasite? The Parasite, and it showed it really much with how it was. It was quite good, that, actually, Parasite. It wasn't as good as I don't think it was as good as everybody, as all the critics made out to be and all that. Andy's here. Welcome aboard, Andrew.
Evening, guys. You okay?
How you doing, pal?
Andrew,
To that liver and onions. If you want to be spouting some kids out, mate, get on them liver and onions with a bit of mash.
Why? What does that do?
You need women, you stupid bastard. You've got no point shagging mashed potato and living onions. You gotta shag a woman.
Make you feel all like that. A good old school bloody hardcore food. No packing, no nothing. Belted.
The thing is, the women don't want it though, do they? Women don't want that. They want.
Like you say, a lot of career stuff's gone on, hasn't it? I've noticed that growing up as well. Though, sort of like, I remember how traditional my nan was, and she wasn't forced into the kitchen or anything like the bloody tell you it was like that. It's more, nature's way of things, and it's gone from that to complete. I've experienced both sides.
To even saying or talking about it's like, you can't say that. We're all equal. Of course, we're all equal.
I'm just speaking about standards of the time, isn't it?
Yeah, the family as a whole, as nature, the way humans are, there is a certain way. The man does get the food, the woman does breed, and then go on,
Lions don't do that. Lions
not all animals, but most.
No.
Do that.
Yeah. No, they do.
It's not just a human thing. It's not a sexist thing.
It's nature.
That's what nature does.
Yeah. It is.
And we're changing our nature to be because of our brains, and we're all this woke society. Goes too far, doesn't it?
Well, that's not woke, is it? That's not woke.
Well,
I mean,
it's all part of that thing, whatever that thing is that we all have to do and we can't say anymore, and they have to be more equal, and that all that thing, whatever all that is. It doesn't mean
it's an inevitability though of intelligence, though, isn't it? It's an absolute inevitability of intelligence. It becomes
one of the many downfalls of us being smarter. Too smart for our own bloody good.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we are recognizing these things and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's like,
we may recognize them, but there's not enough of us that would recognize them. There's too many thick people. Back to there's too many fucking thick people. Give me a gun. I'm going to go down shooting out.
We're definitely going to see him on news one day, Andy. One day you go, fucking hell, what's he done there?
Unibomber 2.
Everybody walking down. Only people who kill is people on phones. So people will be walking around with no phones. But let's have a look where we are.
I'll go.
Beer Punk says, good evening, Beer Punk. Black Delight says, the agents respect their reality. They don't shove them in a care home. Yeah, that's true. You're bang on. Terrible how we offload our folks into homes. It is. Who would want to bring kids into this evil world? Not an evil world, Black Delight. I wouldn't say it's evil. There's shit going on right now, obviously, but there's always shit going on. I mean, I don't think it's any. It's not. It was. Well, there's a lot of. No, I won't say it's more evil. Is that why COVID was invented, to get rid of the old donners? But the thing about the COVID, which, if you think about it, do you know when they used to show us how it spread from like one person like that, and then it spread to 2 people, and then they spread out like that? Well, it's the exact opposite way with the fucking with the kids. So you have like that, and then you have less kids there, and then they met less kids.
Pyramid.
Yeah, it's a reverse pyramid. They met less kids, and then they met less kids. Basically, that's what's fucking happening. So, yeah, I've never had any maternal instinct, so I didn't breed. See, Black Delilah, you're part of the problem. Get on your back, lass, and let's start popping them out. Let's save humanity.
Come on, Black Delilah. You know I'm the one. I'll come and help you.
Yeah, but Steve'll help you. He's dying to make kids.
I'll chuck one up anyone.
You'll chuck one off. Have you got kids, Andy?
I haven't.
See, another one who hasn't got kids. You're part of the problem too.
I know. Just pondering now if I could just mention something.
Yeah.
It's interesting how we call it the modern career woman or whatever is going for a career, so they're not having kids. But back in the Victorian times, and even into Edwardian times, when sanitation was so poor and child death was bloody common, they were still spurting them out because they wanted, nature's way. It's like, have kids and whatever else, and you get through it. I just found the contrast quite massive, really, because they were willing to bring them into a world back in the day where, the survival rate, was shocking, really.
That's why they had so many, though. That's why they had so many, because because a lot of them didn't survive.
Yeah, but if they had, like I said, if they had the same pretext that the modern woman seems to have, then you'd have had massive depopulation in the Victorian times when it was actually, you probably would.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, isn't it? Isn't it like the train of thought at that time? So that's how people thought then. You've got to have lots of kids because the kids can go out. Because don't forget, kids were all working back then. Yeah. You know what I mean? They were all working and and like Black July says, no come to do. Well, is that the one who used to wash the Johnnies out, didn't they? Do you remember he used to re-wash the Johnnies? What are you smirking at?
I'll try not to laugh.
Sounds like someone's done it before, doesn't it?
No, we're smirking at that.
What are you smirking
at? Ace's comment, the last bit just made me laugh.
What is it? At 60-year-old, my Uncle Eric started walking 10 miles a day. He's 83 now, and last time I spoke to him, he got to Mozambique.
Otherwise, it's funny, but it is.
Jordan Peterson is doing a lot. That's what got us, Dean. It's like I saw a bit about it. I told Steve watched it. It's like no fucking way. And then when we've looked into it, it's a big thing that nobody knows about. That's why we thought we'd talk about it. We
need to educate people, not just a couple of buffoons.
Not a couple of buffoons, We Google it, don't we?
There's 3 of us now.
Yes. Stuart says the world's going to stink of piss with all these 80-year-olds knocking about. And imagine how long the post office queue is going to be. And do you know what I heard as well? Yeah. Penises are getting smaller.
Oh, bloody hell.
Is that some kind of connection?
Well, it might just be nature's way of saying, I don't know. But I don't know how true that is. I know. But
as we get into pensioners, I've got to go like you said, the teenager. You just go, what's that? That's zip lob.
That's exactly what I thought. Because I didn't look into it. I was looking at something. And he mentioned it.
To bus stop is massive. It wasn't before.
Yeah, I mean, you imagine like the likes of bastard Steve, bastard Peter here, bastard Peter's here. Hey, you bloody kids today, what's that? What's that here, pal? Look at this, lad. Look at this.
I agree with Black Delilah here.
Well, that's true small dick syndrome. What are you on about?
I don't know.
What's the age limit of getting pregnant and having a kid? Well, it's all ridiculous now, right? Because they have all the bloody. There's lots of it.
Well, looking at Raquel Welch, she's 80. I'd still get her pregnant now.
But can she get pregnant?
Well, I don't know, but I'm willing to try.
She won't look the same, naked.
Stop spoiling it.
Are you going to get it dressed up in 1 million years BC costume? Come on, Steve. Akita! Akita!
Yeah, I keep this, bitch.
Oh, you gone all gangster, haven't you? Steve's a YouTuber.
Why? What have we done?
That's what you've been on, like, yeah, all this. All.
No, I was shagging somebody from behind. That was me.
Yeah,
that was me arm
I'm going
on
to
the
find
back.
somebody in a minute. I'm going to find somebody.
I hadn't flipped over. What was right?
Oh dear. I was 35 when I gave birth to my youngest. No way, Nicole. Yeah. Well played. 35.
To your youngest, right? So
yeah.
Right.
Women past 30 find it harder, apparently, Carlos. But it's because you got bad eyesight.
I was 23 when I had our Danny.
Bad eyesight. Oh dear.
Well, I'm 37 at the moment. There's not much longer I can look beyond my age for pregnancy terms, so I'll have to go younger, won't I? That's a bloody bugger.
Nice, Ray. Just chuck them. As Steve says, chuck it up 'em, Andy. Chuck it up 'em.
Chuck it up and see what happens.
Willie's smaller, balls more dangly, says Matt. Jesus says, oh, Jesus, Susan Boyley's single, Steve. Have a go on her. Chuck one up her, Steve. Big Stevie, the keyboard shagger. Oh, dear. Yeah, so where were we up to? So, that's right, yeah. So, Japan, yeah. So, I mean, they're outnumbered at 2-1 at the moment. There's 2 old bastards for every younger person in Japan at the moment. Now, China is down to 1.3 billion people. And, what is it? Look at that. Oh, that's the thing as well, yeah. So they're down to 1.3, but they have, right, 60 million more men than women in China.
Wow.
60 fucking million more men. I mean, I know they have a population of 1.2 billion or whatever I said, but 60 million more men than women. That's a lot of fucking.
What's the percentage more? Do you know that?
I don't.
Because it's hard with these numbers, isn't it?
Yeah.
When it says 60 million, you go, what?
But it's in
1.
1.2.
No, it's actually 1.2. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a lot.
I know
of
it doesn't
fucking,
mean that, but still.
It's a lot of fucking bagged up men walking around, though, isn't it? And they're the same, though, don't forget, because they'll have all the families and everything, won't they? You know, they're looking after the parents and everything, but they won't have any kids. They won't have any kids to look after them, will they? You know, when they get older and all that lot, who the fuck's, because they have no like state pension around that, or in China, they have fuck all like that. So who's going to look after them?
I've seen a lot of Chinese willies.
Why?
In the showers in Japan. There's quite a lot of Chinese in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably the number 1 as foreigners, as a neighbouring kind of country. So, yeah, I've seen lots of Chinese willies.
Well, there you go.
True.
Stick your cock in smack the ice and let the waves do the rest. Oh, there you go. 50-year-old women having kids nowadays and older. So that's 66 when nappy swap changes.
Well, my mum was quite old when she had me. The joke in the family was I was very close to being a Down syndrome. I was that.
Well, because you were so late.
Yeah. For years, they used to stare at me, weren't too sure if it really was one.
Black July says, I don't fancy Chinese men, but Bruce Lee was fit.
Yeah.
He was only very tiny, though, Black July. He was very small, weren't he, Bruce Lee, wasn't he? He was only a very small person. The planet is overpopulated as it is. Every new life creates a carbon footprint that eventually we will not be able to sustain. That's not true, Jesus. That's what we're just talking about. I know you came a bit late.
Say that again, was.
He says the planet is overpopulated as it is. Every new life creates a carbon footprint that eventually we will not be able to sustain. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what the old think. That's not true. That
we
anymore.
Were sold
Jesus.
till last week.
Yeah.
Moses fucked it up for everyone.
It's not true now, Jesus. We've found out that we're going to take a massive dive. People are having less and less kids, Jesus. And by the 2100, there's going to be a lot more old people than there is younger people. And then when we die, right after us, and then there's up to where my kids get older, so that's going to be the end. And then when they get old, there's going to be so many more older people than younger people that it's going to be almost impossible to support the older people. Sorry. So yeah, Louise says I done my job. 2 boys, well played, Louise. Well played. Well, you're gonna have to do some more, Louise, because it's not enough. So get back on your bike, lasty. You have to get round there and just sort Louise out. Let's get a few more kids.
Don't worry, Louise.
The old world has gone LBGTQQIP2SS. I had to look at that. Is there any more like homosexuals? Is it bigger? But there's no statistics on it at all because
than there used to be.
Yeah, because there's no statistics. Because people didn't say
it's the same. It's got to be the same.
Yeah, I know it's got to be this. I know, but I looked into it to have a look, to check. But they just said there's no statistics because people are now, a lot more open about being gay, whereas back in the past there were gays there, but nobody'd ever be open to it, would they? So there really is. Louise, that girls, that's what we need. We need girls, Louise. Sorry, Jesus, but they're wrong. That's the one. I wanted girls because men are turning into women. Well, and women are turning into men, and everything's going on. What was it? What was that really funny saying? Every Jack is a Jill and smells like a John. That's the one. I forgot where I heard that.
What are you drinking there, Andy?
A little special. Four for £3.
Christ.
4 for £3.
It's all right. It's like a soft lager.
Coffee.
It's all right.
I'm on a fan one.
Yeah.
Right, wait a minute. I'm the only one who's not drinking again.
Because you've been beasting it in the gym, haven't you? And that's why you've got your...
Yeah, it's called beasting it, Andy. I said to Woz, I've been smashing it. Apparently, you don't smash it anymore. You beast the gym.
You beast it. Is that why I've had a shave? Because you're beasting it?
No. Hey, I've got a question. It's a serious question, this now, right?
Right, go on.
I'm going to go filming that Locked Up Abroad in 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know whether to leave the tash or what do it. I mean, I'm definitely getting rid of the Gary Glitter. I'm not being on TV forever looking like Gary Glitter.
Yeah, get your tash going though.
Just put some twirls in it. Put some twirls in it, and I think you're Charles Bronson. It'll be a bloody.
Well, that's the thing, though, isn't it? You don't want to
be.
You don't want to be a Charles Bronson, do you?
Daft tash with it, or
I think the beard as well.
But,
remember when you went French in COVID?
I went French.
Yeah, you went French, weren't you? You were being all French with your thing. I said, "What's all that about?" And you said, "I'm French." And then you went up and started pretending you were French to the girl at Morrison's and the counter when you were buying some. I forgot what you were buying. And you looked very good when you were French. You looked different, but then you got rid of it because you couldn't get laid, and you still can't get laid. So it's not the beard that's the problem, is it?
Yeah,
it's a big fat gut, innit?
Yeah.
And a stinking of piss. Dave said, "Does my pug leave 4 carbon footprints?" But Jesus. Dean says he's got 3. That's fair enough. 2 girls, 1 boy. Well played, Anne. Well played. No chance of having more kids. I'm too old. Steve's not picky, Louise. You're right. Get in there. He'll have a go.
Shall I do the Hitler tash for crack?
No. I doubt that information is correct, but look at the bright side. Invest your money in beige and brown clothing now. Beige and brown clothing? I don't get that.
I think as you get older,
you
get attracted to beige. I'm totally guilty of it.
What, you're attracted to beige?
Yeah. It's easy, isn't it? Because I know I'm shit at fashion, and I think, it's not one or the other.
You don't buy. When have we ever done fashion? You just buy what you like.
I know, but I don't know what I like. I don't know things. I don't want to know.
Look at me with my Cool Generation X t-shirt on. See, I got my Cool Generation X t-shirt on. Generation X.
Another one can't handle you. He thinks, yeah, you're right.
Hey, what's that?
Back.
Backdale says, I got a tomcat, that's enough for me. You can't procreate with cats, Delilah. That's no good. When we was kids, it seemed like everyone on the TV was gay. Well, it does help, I think, doesn't it? Guilty. I identify as a microwave, so I can't have children. Well played. It's like a pint of bitter laced with piss. What is? Got some facial tattoos, Steve. That should get some facial tattoos. That should do it. Oh yeah. All right.
I just get Brad Pitt tattooed on my face.
It says, wear that lovely tartan outfit you have. What lovely outfit? I won't have no more kids, says Nicole. I'm old, tubes tied, and menopausal. Steve, you got to really lay it on thick. Tell how you got bummed in the showers every day, whether you wanted it or not. You got to put the kids off, Steve.
Yeah, for the kids.
Yeah, for the kids. Beasting it in the gym just sounds wrong. We didn't find out about it till tonight because he said he was smashing it in the gym, and then Mummy says you don't say that anymore. You say beasting it in the gym. The brown kegs will come in handy when you. Oh, brown keks will come in handy when you start shitting yourself. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, you'll be getting loads of people doing that, won't you? But yeah, so yeah, so that's the thing about which. But the thing is about all this. So there's going to be a massive decrease in, especially in all this, you know, the big, what do you call, not successful, what do you call them? The wealthy countries and all that, you know, where the population's dropping.
Constitutions. Is that the word you were after?
Who?
Constitutions.
No, you know, the wealthy countries, you know.
Yeah, no, I thought that was the word you were after, that's all.
No. But the thing is that, like, they're going to decline, but like Steve was saying earlier on, is like Nigeria and that, they're still on the, although they are dropping, but they still are above the 2.1. And then what we'll need is an influx of immigration. Because for a country to develop and be powerful, it needs people to make things and to buy things. That's basically how it all works.
It's not pinching Peter to pay Paul, or?
No, you bring them in, and then they're part
of the
country.
But I mean, the world it's still, you know, you're taking one to the. It's still a population problem, though. Is that?
You'll be bringing them in, won't you? If the kids are coming in and then they come in, they'll be, you know, they'll all be, you know, like the weaver. We're all going to be caramel stage, remember?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying with pitching Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah, but if they're still,
how's that going to solve? Right, we've established there's a problem. How are we going to solve this problem?
Right. That's fair enough. The thing is, as well, by mentioning Brazil, do you know Brazil you're on about going to?
Yeah, that's got a problem.
Well, they have all the shanty. Yeah, they're down to 1.8. They're down to 1.8. And do you know you have all the shanty towns and all that? What's been going on there is they got electricity. So when all the women there were watching all the TVs, they watch all the soaps. Yeah, they watch all the soaps. They see all the successful women and all this and all their extravagant lifestyle. And they think, fuck having kids. And then what they've been doing is they don't want any more kids, but obviously their husbands are like, fuck that, we're having fucking, I'm coming home and, you know, and all this lot. So they go to the doctor, tell the doctor, look, because now they have public health now over there, and say, look, I don't want any more kids, and they're pregnant. And he says, look, what we can do, we'll say that you've got a problem with your pregnancy, we'll do a cesarean, and then while I'm in there, I'll tie your tubes, sterilisation, and then that's it. And that's a big thing that's happening in Brazil. Same thing, India, the women in India, they're the most sterilised fucking population on the fucking on the earth. They're all women in India as well.
Wow.
But like Steve said,
and also like remember the old saying, "You got a big family." Yeah, we had no TV in our house. But
that's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
It was that old joke, wasn't it?
But I think also there's a lot. Sorry, there's a lot that can change in 78 years as well. That can sort of manipulate the problems that we're looking at. Like, you know, it'd be interesting, really.
Yeah, but it's not a quick thing. That's the thing. It takes a long time.
No. I think it's
going to take.
No, it doesn't. It takes 1 week. Last week we had the other problem. This week we've got the opposite problem. Thankfully, we've got that scenario. Remember, we'll do it in a month's time. Hey, we're going to do another show on the populations that we did that one, and then in 1 month now it's gone the other way again, even worse than before. As it. Yeah, look at this. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, hello, Dave's trying to gorge you. He's trying to gorge you, Dave. Look, if Steve bumps into Purple Lack in the gym, he's finding out what the name Beast in the gym comes from. He's trying to gorge you.
The Purple Lacking story, he bummed my midget mate. Didn't he?
What's that?
Glenn, I mean, you know, I heard that when me mate Glenn Kennedy, the midget from Burnley, he was like one of my best mates in Kirkham, and when he was in, I'm not sure where it was, but Do you know who Purple
I
Aki
do.
was?
Yeah, I do.
Right,
yeah.
anyway, so he's gone to Glenn because he's a midget. I bet he can't fit through that chair. He's like, I bet I can. Anyway, he's wedged him in it, knocked him out, and bummed him rotten. And he got paid out for it, did Glenn. He said he got about $8,000.
If he were knocked out, how did he know that Purple Aki bummed him?
His arse was in bits.
It might have been somebody else. He might have knocked him out and somebody else shagged him.
The notorious big black bummer knocked him out. He was
He's not
wedged in the
handing over
chair.
to anyone else, is he, Steve?
You know,
He's not handing that over, is he? When it's on a
I don't know
platform,
much about. I know who he is. I've seen him a bit, but I don't watch that kind of stuff. It really bores the shit out of me. But so he's a notorious bummer, is he? I didn't know that.
He's not a notorious bummer, but he definitely did that to Glenn. He goes around to people. Oh, nice, right there, lad. Got big muscles, and yeah, can I have a go up with them? Oh yeah. How many squats could you do on my back? See, if I jump on your back, can you do some squats? You know, it's a strong lad to go. Yeah. Next minute, they're doing squats. There's a big black cock on the shoulder. Anyway. That's one way to get around population.
That's one way to get around population. I love the way you brought that one back.
That's just an example.
Oh dear me! How did he know the discharge might have been a clue?
No, I just read that. I didn't want to repeat that.
So, how are we going to cure this then, Steve? What we're going to do?
How we're going to cure it, right?
Well, I think.
Well, I know. It's to make it. But what's the word for it? Let people know. We need to make it more of it. It's such a huge thing.
Yeah.
Instead of the old vaccine, everybody get a vaccine. There's war, doom and gloom. Have a thing. Same with the other problems that we have with the clogging up the hospitals. People need to know.
There should be a fucking o'clock time. That's what there should be.
Yeah.
Big government thing. Right, ready? 8 o'clock. Ready? Start. Fucking.
I can't do 8 o'clock, Steve. What's wrong at 8 o'clock? Is it Wednesday? Is it Saturday? That's a bad time, was. Make it 4 minutes too.
Every Wednesday could be shagging every night. Well, Matt.
Not at 8 o'clock, though. Unless we do it
Not
live.
at 8 o'clock. No, not at 8 o'clock. It's a bad time. It's 8 o'clock, yeah. Because.
Imagine that. It's 8 o'clock. And we're live, everybody. Yeah. Shh. Yeah, we're going live now.
Yeah. So, Steve, hey, Steve, what are we going to... Oh.
Hey, Nika, you all right down there, love?
Donkey! Right.
Thursday, 8 o'clock, let's deal with that, right?
Well, Matt says 7:57 till 8 p.m. Yeah. Maybe we can do it that way. Yeah, that'd be a good one, Matt. Yeah. That's only when we've been drinking, though, Matt.
Yeah.
But see, the thing when you see what the idea. Do you remember when we did the show on AI though?
Yeah.
So imagine, right? So we sorted out, but the world population has dropped, right? And there's like a lot less people. But then we have all the robots doing the jobs for us and making all the money and the stuff like that. And then people then can go around and be lovely and happy and do what they want.
I've just seen another problem, which is that the robots are getting way more fitter. Well, that's going to go in the mix.
Well, Matt was saying today that maybe there'll be a thing where you put a thing on and it's like a microwave, and you shag this thing and you get a bing, and then the baby comes out to end at microwave.
Well, there's a bag. There's like not a boiler baby in a bag thing going on now. They're doing it with some
baby in a bag.
Is it? Literally in a bag, in a bag. They're thinking that's one way to get around it. Because imagine if all the AI are all fit as fuck, you're gonna, let's get a baby in a bag and we're shagging there. Can I dry white wine? Fuck off! I'm shagging her. This is my new AI.
Oh, Steve, AI. You are so great, Steve. I love you, Steve. Give it to me like you always do, Steve. You are so funny. Tell me another one, Steve. Stick it where it hurts, baby. Oh, Steve, it really is the biggest I've ever had, Steve.
Well, one more. No. Right, so what do
Would
you
you go
reckon,
for that,
Andy?
Andy?
How do we cure it?
Oh,
Did
don't
you
even
know,
want me to-
Andy, do you know about this problem before 8 o'clock tonight? Or today?
I read your paragraph on YouTube before I
No,
clicked
but
on.
before
Not
any
really.
of this, did you have
No,
any
I just
idea?
think the world and life in itself just goes through cycles anyway. I just think like it'd be a very different place at the time. I know like the statistics are all right, but it's only like prospecting in it, or saying, oh, you know, probabilities and stuff like that. It's going to be in a
But it's the
particular
only
way.
way, though, isn't it? There's
No,
no
but the
real
thing is,
way.
that's the thing. And they've got the statistics. They don't. They've gone to all the governments and they've asked. And the thing is, the UN have their statistics and they say it's dropping. But then there's this Lancet report which made it even less. But then these guys who wrote this book, he's got a book called Empty World. But there's all the other ones. There's just not a couple of others. They've all agreed on it. And the actual countries themselves say no. The population rate is actually lower than what even you think it is.
That's what I'm saying. I just think it's like it's the world's way of saying perhaps
you can't get out of it. It's really difficult to get out
for so long, right? And it just might go the other way where we can't influence that. I mean, you're asking me now, can we sort that? I don't think we can have an influence on that whatsoever. So it might just turn the other way, and maybe in 102 year, whenever. How many years maybe there is going to be more men than women or whatever, but things will be very different. But maybe it also acts as a punishment as well, you know, for the times that we're living now, where it's bloody.
Are you going to godders? Are you going to
No, it's more like we're overpopulated as it is, and the problems that we're having. It's like you're saying, we're foreseeing these problems now, which should naturally balance themselves out. Man, woman, you know, ratios and stuff like that. And if them ratios are going to be taken away, then we've done something wrong back in the day for me.
No,
so basically, you're saying hope for the best and let God kill everyone.
No.
No, you're not saying
that. Let God kill everyone.
No, that's what Steve wants to hear. That's what Steve wants to hear. Is kill everyone.
Mother Nature.
The thing is, about what it is, though, Andy, is it's going to come to a point because it's going to suddenly, when we won't realise at first how underpopulated we're going to be until all these old folk have died, and then all of a sudden, when they die, it'll be like, where the fuck is everybody? Because there'll be nobody to replace them.
Yeah, so maybe it goes into that sci-fi territory like Steve was on about AI. Well, you're just on about, which sounds more feasible, doesn't it? Because it's happening, like Steve, it's happening now, and they're doing jobs and stuff, which is a great idea, just so long as we can live our lives without having to bloody do all that, which would be a wonderful thing for humanity.
This is the problem that Japan have had. They've stopped shagging and got obsessed about this AI thing, so they're full on with the AI, and it's almost going.
Yeah. So that's probably it's probably like I said, some sci-fi moment.
But I really do believe, as much as what I see continuously is, these things just bob up. We can think all the best in whatever 5 to 10 years. There's going to be another weird problem like that to throw into the mix of, especially with the AI, because we truly don't know where it's going to go. People have got lots of ideas and stuff, but whatever which way it could go could change all the other ways, which we don't know. Do you know, with the population? Whereas
maybe they could have. Now, I mean, maybe they'd have an AI, super fit Steve shagging bird, but has a womb that can grow kids.
Exactly, yeah. Things like that. You can literally have. You get the lady's egg. You get the blood. You go, of course, that was always going to happen. What, you didn't think of that? Well, it was show one Wednesday night. They mentioned it. You're right.
You're right. Yeah. We might end up being like gods.
Bloody hell.
It's like these two saved the world with they fucking put a womb in an AI. And there it is. That's all you do. See, the thing is, women, you need to get fitter. If women were fitter and better looking and right good shags, you wouldn't have this problem, would we? Gwen coming off and we're, hey, hello, like a face hugger off Alien. You know what I mean?
Did you ever see a good-looking Victorian, though?
I do think that's a really good point, Nat. We really don't know. So many... It can go so many different ways.
Yes.
If anything, what COVID has showed us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's true. And it's true. I do agree with that. But the thing is like... we have to recognise a problem, though, as well, don't we? You know
of course, yeah. You still have to recognise a problem. Or we could just get pissed and go, oh, fuck it, I'm not watching, switch off. Which is what I'm probably going to do, if I'm honest. I'm going to try to do a bit of shagging. That as well.
The guy who came up with this shit...
I've done my time in the showers.
The guy who came up with this shit is probably a top shagger with shirts and huggies. Maybe HMP... Andy has a point. Nature will HMP. Yeah. Any?
Oh, it's the age joke from the last show. I look like.
Right. Has a point. Nature will prevail. Yeah.
It's got a ring to it. Actually, I might actually change my name next time.
HMP Andy. It's a good one, that isn't it? I don't think I'll reach old age where world's going. Oh, don't worry about it, Black Delilah. Oh, well, America will get us all killed. How will America get us killed? Have you seen the new eye that can reproduce? That's what we were just saying. Oh, you mean what? A robot that makes another robot? Is that what you call? Right. Yeah, another robot that makes another robot. Yeah, but that could be the thing. They might do that. They might make. This is kind of weird. I wouldn't like that idea, though. Would you? Do you know what I mean?
I'm looking forward to shagging a fit robot. I really am. Not joking.
Why are you looking? Why don't you just try and shag a woman?
I'm trying to shag everything.
You don't. What do you do? What do you do to go out and try and shag a woman?
Again, lessons off was on how to shag birds.
I'm not getting legal lessons. I'm asking you.
Fuck off.
I think we hit a nerve there.
We're not blocking you. Calvin's here.
Why do you keep saying stop blocking me? Calvin, we're not blocking anybody. If we were blocking
that's
you,
the first time I've seen you in here.
Yeah, Calvin, we're not blocking anybody.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. We're all getting nukes. We're not getting nukes. Why would anybody nuke each other? What's the point?
Don't worry about the nuking.
Don't worry about the nukes.
Anybody think all these soft sods, especially young guns, anyone would think that there hasn't been any war conflict in the last, since they were born or whatever. I brought up with the Gulf and Croatia and Yugoslavia and that. You didn't change the way you lived. You didn't shit yourself. But then again, there's no social media back then, was there? So
this time it's Russia. It's not us.
Oh, I know, yeah.
It's been us that's invaded everywhere else last time, weren't it? Now that it's fucking Russia, it's all
we
different.
We didn't get our football clubs banned, did we, for some reason? You know, even though we're illegally invading countries, all the right people didn't start blocking football clubs and economies in our country and that, did they? What's the Russian football club done bloody wrong? Just playing football.
No, it's not that. It's the oligarchs, isn't it? You know what the oligarchs are?
I have no idea. I genuinely have not watched any news whatsoever. I don't turn the TV on anymore. And when it comes onto the radio, I just switch off. My brain goes off. I don't want to hear. Put a song on. But by the way, that 6 Music's really good was.
Yeah, it is. It is, isn't it?
I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I don't touch the telly. I just sort of just watch YouTube and whatever. So I'm on a thingy to a bit of information. But we've had this chat before about how the news shifts. All this is a convenient thing.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson party. And a couple of nasty things that have fallen underneath the thing about the footballers getting in a bit of trouble as well. So I hope that comes back in and serves some justice as well. But I mentioned in your chat before I jumped on when I was having my liver and onions.
Yeah.
The last time on the BBC website that they've got their own coronavirus tab. Sorry, I should be saying. They've got their own tab.
Oh, don't worry about that.
They've got their own tab on there, and they've not updated it since the 21st of Feb.
Yeah.
Was it gone? They've been doing it every day.
I mean, it was. Yeah. I totally agree with Carlos. Totally agree. Putin has cured COVID. He fucking absolutely has, hasn't he? That's 100% is that, Carlos. Yeah.
No, it's no shock anymore. No, we're all very. One thing that COVID has done, we're very aware of how much this news is bullshit.
Yeah,
massively
absolutely.
So. There's literally no one will not disagree now.
I'll tell you what was really funny, though, with what the Ukrainians did. Did you see about what they did with the street signs? You know, all the signs and everywhere.
Not seen anything.
Do you know when you have all the flashing signs on the motorway and all that lot? So they got all that, and they just change them all, and they just say "fuck you." All that, which is really funny.
I thought you were going to say put like wrong address on, like instead of left, they've gone right.
No, they do all that.
The tanks going, no, it's left. They've done
that with the road signs. They've turned all the road signs around, but the ones that you can change, they've just got "fuck you" written all over them. Oh, Jesus McCracken says, livery and onions is for pussies. Tripe and onions is where it's at. Go on, Jesus. Tripe and onions.
They both sound really good. Right, let's get back into tripe and onions and liver. I don't want to do the war thing. I don't know anything about it.
No, we're not doing the war thing. No, we're not doing the war thing. It was just no, we're not doing the war thing. I mean, it was tripe. Have you ever had tripe, Steve?
Yeah, I love tripe.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never had it. I
haven't had it for ages, but...
My grandma used to eat tripe. Do you know the honeycomb tripe? And she used to get it like that. And it was. Do you remember V? Do you remember that program, V, the aliens? When she ate that hamster, my grandma used to eat it like she used to go. Oh God, it was right.
My mum used to make it like a white gravy, like a milky oniony gravy.
That's right. It was always good. It was in. They put vinegar in it, didn't they? You always put loads of vinegar on it.
I know it was a long time ago, but I was slightly hungover. We were at Padium and went to the butchers. Butchers. And there was some tripe there. I was saying, "Oh, I haven't had any tripe for ages." I go, "Oh, what is it?" I went, "Oh, I'm going to get some." I knew I was rough. I like that. I ate some raw tripe. Oh my God!
Raw.
I'm probably just about over it now. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. You're trying to convince yourself because I remember having mum, but having it raw and hungover. Oh,
do you eat it raw, tripe?
Well, I do. You can do, yeah. I think so. I don't. Maybe that's where I went completely.
Some supermarkets that do sell that, but I don't imagine it's going to be the same stuff that your man might remember. But I've never had it. But if I did, looking at it and whatever else, it would have to have a crap load of seasoning on it. Just what make it edible for me. Just chuck everything on it.
Well, it's cow's stomach line, isn't it? That's what it is, isn't
it? How do you make the liver?
Food's a lot better when you don't look at where it came from. It's not a problem. I think usually it's when you look at where it came from, like bloody the Scotch haggis as well and all that.
Oh yeah.
When you look at it, that's the off-putting nature of it. But if you don't look
back in buy it. I used to live with my grandma and granddad when I was a kid. And the fucking carnage that I used to come home to at fucking after school. I come home one day and there was a fucking sheep's brain in a bowl. Just a brain. It was just a brain in a bowl. I don't like.
And what were they doing with it?
They're fucking boil it and eat it.
Boil and eat it, right? Yeah.
But I mean, because cow eel. Do you ever see cow eel? All the jellied fucking and ox tongue. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell,
they ate everything of the animal.
Pizza them in the butchers, yeah.
Yeah. And then when I worked at slaughterhouse, fucking what's the name in there? Oh, lamb fries. What's that? Sheep's bollocks. Okay.
So do you know?
Yeah.
What a great way of twisting it around lamb's fries. Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does sound nice, doesn't it? What are they? Sheep's bollocks. You boil the tripe in milk, says Jesus. Ah, right.
Yeah, I think, it's milk and onions or...
Did they put the vinegar? I'm sure they put vinegar on it as well, though, tripe and vinegar.
Well, so that's what I'm thinking. It's raw, like a pickled tripe. Like cockles.
Yeah, it's cooked first, though. But it's like what Jesus said.
Yeah, possibly.
You'll cook it, let it cool, and then you'll eat it. But you just thought you had it fucking...
What was that? Can you work in a slaughterhouse?
Eh?
Black Delilah.
Because I got paid to go there. I didn't kill him. I used to go bowling out. I couldn't kill him. Oh no, I couldn't do that. I couldn't kill him. There's no way, especially when they give you. No, I didn't kill him, Black Delilah. I just used to bowl him out for meat. But I think if you
so anyway, back to the main subject. Do we have a cure for it? No. Let's stay what Andy says. Let's just hope for the best.
But shagging's a nice cure.
Yeah, let's shag our way through it. It's a brilliant cure.
Yeah, it's up to the ladies. It's all up to the ladies.
Put your phones down. Let's start shagging again.
It'd be interesting. We're so concentrated in most of the world where we live, and there's so much land where we don't. It'd be interesting to see what the geography would look like in that at that time in future. I reckon
Well,
there'll be so
yeah,
many
but
developments.
we
I mean, what's the country? Dubai. They're terraforming deserts and stuff like that and making them into proper places.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
it's
there's
something.
so
It's around
much.
about 50% of the world. It's either desert or mountainous.
It's
So
Canada,
real.
and I catch everyone out with this fact. I say who's got more people in it, population-wise, the UK or Canada, and everyone naturally just thinks Canada, and they don't.
Oh,
It's
No,
actually
no.
the UK.
no.
It's the
Yeah,
landmass of Canada that's
I'd
larger.
naturally think UK.
You know, it's an
There's bugger
incredible
all in
statistic.
Canada,
It
is
goes
there?
to show, doesn't it?
No.
Like, it'd be interesting to see where land masses are at and sustainability resources. Obviously, you can't chop all the bloody rest of the trees down, can you? Renewable things. I just think technology will look
That
after it.
always used to get to me. Remember it years ago?
Yeah,
they
I know
go,
what you're gonna
right,
say, yeah.
here's a map of Brazil. Every week, a population the size of Switzerland is taken from. That was about 20 years ago saying that. Is it still going on that? Just don't trust these statsters and all this. But back to we've got to believe what we're told by these people who're supposed to know what to talk. As it turns out, right? So the population is not. No, you're completely wrong. It's all was his fault. I'm happy that's the way it was.
I'm trying to get you laid. I made all this up just to try and get you laid, you ungrateful
Shut up,
bastard.
you fucking little thing. You don't work with it. Anyway, so the point is, ladies, you need shagging. Me and Andy would like to do the shagging.
Yeah.
Andy?
No, you have to shag women.
It's same. No, it's same.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
you can't shag each other. You've got to shag women.
No, we're not doing.
No.
Right.
We're the shaggers. Me and Andy are the top shaggers, probably, Andy.
Yeah.
Andy, give us your cum face.
Fuck off.
That's not good. You can't have better cum face than that. Fuck off, have it. Get a brew. Hey, is that your cum face, Andy? Fuck off, mate.
I'm gonna come.
Fuck off.
You know when you haven't got the kids. There lies the problem. See, we have got part of the problem. We might have, in small way, increased the population by next time you just expect to come, Andy. Don't go, oh, fuck off. Right, don't do the old fuck off what Steve was said. Do a cum face.
Wigan bird just swearing at me all fucking time anyway.
No, do the John Holmes one. The John Holmes one was best. Remember the John Holmes one? I think he used to whistle, but I think they fucking they dubbed it out. I think he used to call me.
Like a Birds in the Bees tune.
Somebody somewhere's got to get John Holmes shagging and do like a whistly songing over it, like sitting on the top of the bay or something. You know what it was? That's good.
Yeah, so that's what we'll work. So we'll get Andy to change his cum face. So that's the winner. What we're gonna change his cum face? What we're gonna do for Andy? What can we do? Oh, I know, Andy. You can go.
Or a better one. There can only be one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
We start talking about this. He get his cum face going.
But you've got to time it right. You've got to time it right.
Yeah.
You've got to be right. There can be only one. Now that you've got to get it right.
As long as I don't say Highlander.
What's the one that sure you are?
I am Candy. But of course
the prostitute. Yeah.
Or is that one? I am nothing but a worm. Hello, pretty. Yeah. So I think we've cured that. Then I think we've sorted it all out.
That's it.
So let's have a look back. Let's have a little look back at what we've achieved today.
Digress. It's called digressing. This, Warren.
Yes. No, digress is when you change the subject.
When you change, when you move away from it.
You really tried then, and well done for trying. Yeah. But
I thought let's digress. I thought let's go back to what I was saying.
No. I digress. You say I digress.
I digress.
and then
That's me. Sorry, I went on the way.
Right.
So let's
See,
look
I've
at back.
learned something.
Let's look at back. Let's look back. What we achieved today. So we've sussed out that. Rizzler. Well, we sussed out that Rizzler's fucking clock's fucking wrong. What time do you call this, Mr. Rizzler? Jesus Christ. Andy could have it. Could have its comfort. Andy could have its comface. They all float down here. Andy could have its comface. They all float off it. They all float down here. That's the one. Yeah. Sorry, Jesus. Yeah, off it. Yeah.
It took me a minute as well. But basically, all we've rounded up is everything's going to be AI to stabilise male and female, and Steve's going to shag the first AI.
Oh no, people are shagging AIs already.
The first person that's going to shag the first AI is the guy that fucking makes it, isn't it?
Right.
There's only real reason why. I mean, if he's making it, he's going to be the one because he's I know what
I shagged a blow-up doll in the in Wally Arms.
And he bought her a drink first as well.
And
she was shocked. Apparently, she was shocked that Steve actually bought her a drink. You should see her face, Andy. She was like,
she was lucky.
You bought me a drink, Steve. So.
Can't believe it. You don't know me by me a drink. The war is fake, said Calvinator. Anyway.
Oh, I know. Sweet corn's on sale. Calvinator.
So, what we're doing Saturday night, are we going to the same usual kind of utter bollocks, really?
Yeah, Saturday night we'll have the good
anti going and.
I'll just let Calvinator what we do. Calvinator, we do the anti-negativity show. That's what we're doing, to anti-negativity. So be happy. Don't go around shouting war is fake and rushing people up. Happy. Bring happy thoughts, Calvinator. In with anger. And now with love. Come on, everybody. In with anger. Come on, Andrew. Andrew, in with anger. Now with love. Come on, one more friend to show. In with anger. Now with love. And
that's just drinking more beer, Andy. That's not in with it.
Let's do one, especially for Andy. In with anger and fuck y'all.
Right. Well, we hope to see you, Andy. Well,
yeah, fuck him off, Steve. Do you know what time it is? Say goodbye, Andy.
What are you on with tomorrow, Andy?
Night and night.
Fuck off. Simon was slapping out then, but we get the gist. See you
I really love that when you do that. It's really funny.
Yeah, let's get Boothroyd on Saturday. That'd be really good.
He won't come on here.
I'm joking.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, because that's
we had an attempt at humour.
I know. I totally fell into that one, the hook, line, and effing sinker. No,
yeah, same old Saturday.
Yep, all fun. You know the crack on Saturday. Shits and giggles, anti-negativity. Let's drink a beer. Let's have a good laugh. We'll think of things to entertain you. And of course, you entertain us as well because you're some funny fuckers you lot out there, actually. You really are. Especially you, Jesus. And I like Carlos because he's going for a wank. Well played, Jesus. Right. See you Saturday, everyone. Oh, sorry, go on.
Well, go on. I say on Wednesday, we're going to get Aaron on from America, and we're going to be doing an ayahuasca type thing next Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I'll see if I can get Angela on as well.
Yeah. I've tried to get a couple of people on as well. Anyway, I'll tell you.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
So Wednesday's Aaron and ayahuasca. All type things.
You should have stayed on the war vids night all. Should have stayed.
No, we don't really do war.
We don't do war. What's it good for, Rizzler?
Absolutely.